Please tell me about yourself.
Yeah. My name is Shabas Khan. I have overall 4 years of experience working in IT domain. Currently, I work as a senior software engineer in Tech Mahindra. Here, I work on the full stack development part. And in Tech Mahindra, I worked on the projects called Ford Credit Financial Services. In Ford Credit Financial Services, I worked on the full stack application development part. Talking about other projects in Tech Mahindra, I worked on T-System International project. It is also a full stack development application part, as well as I worked on the graphical payments and all those things into the T-System. And talking about my previous organization, I worked with my software solution as a software engineer. There also I worked for my client was Mashreq Financial Services, which is a bank in UAE. So there also I worked on the application development part. And talking about previous to previous, I worked with IDP and Tech Limited, Navi Mumbai. There I worked on the product development part, and I worked on the projects called anti-money laundering application, risk and compliance, then digital payments, IDBI mobile banking application, risk and compliance is there, Aadhaar-based transaction applications are there, then enterprise risk management is there. So this was the organization which I worked on and all the projects which I worked on. Talking about my technical skill sets. I have technical skills on Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, microservices, REST APIs, AngularJS, MySQL, SQL Server, no Oracle.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. So have you worked on pair programming?
Yeah, I have worked on pair programming.
So what is the pair programming?
Pair programming is basically there is suppose I have a client.
Mm-hmm.
My client is there, suppose Ford Credit.
Mm-hmm.
So from the Ford Credit, one guy would be there, and from means TechM, one guy would be there. So we'll both will work accordingly. Means we have to do this sort of a work, and we have to do this sort of a work. So we'll divide a particular work amongst ourselves. So that is called as a pair programming, where two
So
programmers or two developers.
you know the agile methodology,
Yeah, I know the agile methodology.
how it is, how you have worked on through this methodology.
Can you come up again?
So what is agile?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, how do you work with the agile methodology?
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
sure.
give the
Uh,
process?
Agile methodology, you can say it is a project management system,
Mm-hmm.
and we means you can say we breaks our project into a different categories, means into a different stories.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose I have a particular application. I want to develop a particular application for the front end UI part. I'll break it into it. For the Angular part, from some 4 to 5 modules, I'll break from the Angular part as well. I'll assign one story to a particular means developer from backend application
Okay,
part.
okay.
with
So
stories.
you are aware about DevOps,
Uh,
DevOps.
uh, DevOps.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm aware about DevOps.
So how do you have worked on DevOps?
Actually, I worked on the CI/CD mainly, means continuous integration, continuous deployment
Mm-hmm.
for our applications. Means if we want to deploy our application after merging the code, so for that part, I've used that DevOps part,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's all about means the DevOps. And basically, yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
So have you experience on cloud?
yeah.
Which one?
Cloud actually currently Ford was using GCP, Google
GCP.
Cloud. Yeah.
Okay. So you know about the EC2,
In
S3.
EC2 instance I know about. Actually, EC2 instance we use in the nice software solution. Basically, EC2 you can say it is a virtual server
Mm-hmm.
which is used in the AWS form.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we use the EC2 for the deployment of the particular application.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
So you know TDD
TTT,
means
uh,
test development driven.
address test development driving means.
Means you have done testing part, code
Yeah,
coverage,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have done the testing part. I have used JUnit.
on.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain the code coverage? No idea. Okay.
Code, code what?
Code coverage.
Code coverage. Okay. So basically, code coverage, I would maintain because means with the help of the J unit, I used to do the integration testing.
Mm-hmm.
Means I check all the test cases and all. Means all the test cases are passing, and that means I have to create the test cases. Means first we have to create the test cases, then we'll go to the development sector. That is a part of that. Yeah.
So you front end technology, which one have you used?
Angular JS.
Angular JS. Okay.
Yeah.
Just one minute. So in Angular JS, you know about scope of Angular JS. How to define scope in Angular JS?
Different scope in Angular JS. Okay, I know this thing. I'm recalling that. Basically, the scope we can say in Angular JS application, there can be multiple scopes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the thing. And in Angular JS, there should be only one particular or one main scope is there, or you can say it is a one root scope. But it can have there. It is called as a one parent scope. It is there, and there are many number of child scopes into that. So yeah,
So you know about the service
yeah, service.
in Angular JS.
Yeah, yeah,
So how it is work, how it
yeah.
is coordinate with the
Yeah.
other part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, in AngularJS, the service is called as it can be a function or an object, and which is limited to your Angular application.
Mm-hmm.
And service is what suppose I have used an full stack application. I have the Spring Boot backend in my system. I have created all the Spring controllers,
Mm-hmm.
means controllers, and I have created a Spring Data JPA, and I have a database. For the
Mm-hmm.
front end, I have created this views, components, and services. So if I want the communication between these two, my front end and back end, I use the HTTP client. For that means we have to use the HTTP client. And if I want to call any service, suppose I have a list of employees in my the list of employees I have created in my Spring controller. So I want that as well in my REST means in Angular application. So I'll create the REST controller there, means a list of employees there, and through that I'll do the communication. Means I'll use the in the Angular application. I'll create a service. For creating a service, there is a command called ng g for generate, s for service, and the name of the service. This is the one how we can create the service. So I'll create the service into that, and I'll create a component also. And from the service and the component, I'll do the communication. Means
Okay.
I'll inject the properties of that service into the components. Through that, I'll communicate with that means Spring Boot application.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah,
Problem solving. You know the microservice and
yeah, I know the
REST
Microsoft.
API.
Yeah,
So suppose you have 100 REST API. Okay. So for my first question, how to manage 100 REST API through the microservices?
okay,
What mechanism you have follow? What kind of design pattern you will apply in the microservices?
okay. No, firstly, microservices. Yeah, I'll do. Suppose I have hundred of services.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do, I have a microservice application. I have all the API gateways are there, then service registry are there, and hundred microservices are there.
Mm-hmm.
This is completed. So I'll do. I'll register my all the services into my service registry for managing the instances and all those things. So what I'll
So
do,
how do you register? Suppose if you are using Eureka.
yeah.
So how do you register in Eureka?
Yeah. Sure, I'll tell you. So in the service registry, I'll create a service registry. Means from the Spring IO initializer. Into that, I'll add the dependency. that is called as a discovery server.
Mm-hmm.
Discovery server is there. So I'll add that dependencies in the application.properties file. After creating the project, I'll give the port number server dot port, and 8761 is the local means Eureka server port.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'll give the Spring application name of that service registry, and
Mm-hmm.
after that, what I'll do, I'll I'll tell means the Spring application that we have to register it has a server,
Mm-hmm.
not as a client. So I'll disable the fetch registry and register with Eureka. Two should be false. This is the one, and after that, in my this suppose I have an employee service, that is the one microservice I have. So in the employee service I'll go, and in the application.properties file there is one command we have to type, eureka.instance.client.server url.default zone. This is the thing you have to give, and I'll give the name of that my service registry, that is localhost 8761, that is the default port. Through this my service will get registered into that particular thing.
Okay, okay, okay. So, just I'm coming back to Java.
Okay.
Okay. So in Java, you know about class variable,
Class
class variables.
class variable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you write the class variable?
Class variable is designed means it is called as a means local variable, and class variable is not in a particular instance variable. Instance variable is that means it is defined inside a method, but class variable is designed means it is used in the class locally, and yeah, it is used in the class locally.
So
Yeah.
what is use of static keyword?
Static keyword is used for the memory management. Suppose I want to I want to get the static keyword is used for the memory
So
management.
what is instance variable?
What is
Instance variable.
instance variable is what, if suppose I have created an instance method. Suppose I have created a method called any name, get salary, or
Okay, okay.
get like that.
Okay.
Into that there will be an instance
Same,
variable. Instance
same.
variable is followed by the class.
So
Yeah.
same scenario. I'm asking. Suppose you create a static method.
Yeah.
So what kind of variables you call inside the method? What kind of variable will accept in the static method?
Uh, I I've created a static.
Uh,
Yeah, static method I've created.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, static variables are the variables which are belong to the class, not to the particular method.
So
That is called.
I am just asking about the class variable.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So what is the class variable? You come in my point?
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you are static variables, and what is class variable? Your difference talking about that.
No, so class variables are static variables. If
Yeah,
you
class variable are in static variable.
instance variable, if I am telling that how many types of variables, if I ask you.
Okay, class variable is there, static variable is there, the instance variable is there.
No, no, static variable is not there. Variable is
No,
three types: class variable, instance variable.
three types of variable. Yeah, three types of variable I know. Local variable is there,
Uh,
uh, instance variable is there, and static variable is there.
so static, no, it will not tell to static variable. That variables can be take class variable.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is directly which variables are called through the direct the name of class. That is the
Yeah,
class variable.
yeah.
So you are confused about that. So what is the class variable? That's why I asked the all kind of things in through the details. So uh, can we call a static variable in instance method?
Can we call static variable in
Instance method?
instance method? Actually, static variable only refers to the class. And instance method, if we
No,
declare
no, no,
instance
no, no,
method
no.
as a static,
Just
then we
to
can call
listen,
the static.
just to listen to my question.
Yeah.
Suppose class have a class A, okay?
Hmm.
Here you define static int A is equal to 10. Suppose, for example,
Yeah.
and you create a method public void static display.
Okay.
Here you writing system out dot println
Okay.
A. This is static variable. Whatever you have defined in the class inside the class.
Yeah.
So I am calling this. So this will be called in a static method.
No, static variable, static methods is one thing, that if we have the static method, it cannot be
No, I
accessed in
think
instance variable,
no, no,
and
no.
instance
Means
variable
then
instance method directly. But
just
for that we have to create a reference of an object. Without creating the reference of an object, we cannot access that static methods, and through static instance variable and static instance method. So this is the one.
no. I am asking static variable. Suppose you have a class inside
Yeah.
class A have a static int b is equal to 10,
Hmm.
okay, and I am writing a public void static display.
Hmm.
Inside I am system out dot println a b is the variable of static
Hmm.
variable. So
Hmm.
that would be called, it will be compile and run.
Mm, actually, I am not getting static variable. One, we have static method.
I am calling static variables, I am calling in static method.
Okay.
So it would be called, means it will be work, compile or execute or not.
No, actually, if we call static method into the static variable in instance variable. So the thing is, what we have to create a
No,
reference
no,
of
no.
an
I
object.
am not. I am not telling about the static variable. I am telling the static variable. I have already given to you scenario. Suppose just just see here. Suppose we have a class A here static int B is equal to 10 and public void static display system dot out dot println B. See this program.
Class B static indicate static display B. Yeah, it will call.
And same scenario,
Yeah.
suppose I am removing the static keyword in
Yeah.
public void display.
Yeah.
Here I am calling B, then
No, it will not call because it is a static variable now.
mm-hmm,
For that, it should be a static method itself into that.
mm-hmm,
If static method is not there, it will not call.
not call.
Yeah.
So suppose I will give you one example. You are writing final static string name is equal to Saibaz.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Class is A.
Hmm.
And you writing a method inside the other class.
Hmm. Hmm.
Suppose class is a B.
Hmm.
Inside you have writing system public void print.
Okay.
Inside you writing system out dot println a dot a dot b. This is the
Mm-hmm.
method B, static variable B. Then what will happen?
I have public static string name Shabas.
Sabas.
Yeah, in
So
the
here you calling in the print method. Print is a instance method. Inside
yeah,
you
yeah,
writing system out dot println. Uh, the name of class name is a dot name.
okay,
A dot name, because of this is the static variable.
yeah.
A dot name. So this will be work or not?
Means so. Can you type here? Actually, I'm getting confused. Yeah,
Just 1 minute.
yeah, yeah.
Suppose take the same example. You see that.
Public police places. Okay.
This is simple question, dear.
Yeah.
This is simple question.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So why taking so much time?
No, actually, I thought means different question was. Okay, okay. This is the one. Only that static is removed from the display.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. So for the first one, it will call. For the second one, I'm not sure. Means,
So
yeah,
why
yeah,
are you not sure? Because of you are writing everyday coding. If you making a util class and that
yeah,
side you defining the final static,
yeah,
eh? Final static string name, something like that, you constant you are making
yeah,
and you
yeah,
calling inside the any method. So why you
yeah.
are confused here?
Okay. No, actually, from the final static string and all those things, I got confused. Means it got
So why
confusion.
you
Yeah,
confused? If your concept is clear, why you
yeah,
confused? This will be called, this will be called
yeah.
only in the static method. We cannot call the instance method. Static
Okay,
variable
yeah,
we can call anywhere, any inside the any method
yeah,
by using the name of class.
yeah,
Simple thing.
yeah,
You, I think you, if you are coder, you every time you are doing.
yeah,
You making util class and you declare the constant final or some keyword you are using final static, string name
yeah,
or any type of variable you defining. If you required call in particular method, you take from the util or enum.
yeah,
So why you confused? I am asking simple question to you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know about the exception?
Exceptions, yes.
Mm,
Yeah, exception is the abnormal condition when it is created during the execution of a program.
mm.
Yeah, that is called as exception. Means exception, yeah, can be handled through the try catch blocks and yeah, with that.
So how many type of exception?
There are basically two types of exception: checked exception and unchecked exceptions are there. So unchecked,
Can you give the name of checked exception?
yeah, checked exceptions are basically uh, one is IO exception is there, then IO exception, interrupted exception is also there, whereas unchecked exceptions are arithmetic exception is there, and null pointer
So
exceptions
why,
is.
Savaj, why you just uh, remembering point you telling? You are a programmer. You
Yeah,
just give the concrete answer. I
yeah, yeah,
can make it as a custom class.
yeah, custom class.
We can declare in throws the
Yeah,
name
yeah,
of exception.
yeah,
If that method If
yeah, yeah.
call in
In
somewhere, if without
yeah,
throws keyword, it will give the compilation error
yeah,
because of throws keyword we have not applied.
yeah,
So if throws is not applied, so thereafter you can utilize try catch,
yeah,
or you can use throws keyword, the name of custom exception name.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
In
in the
that cases,
application
in
means
that
by
cases,
creating the
in that cases, avoid the compile time exception.
yeah, yeah,
Compiler will force to you just you
yeah, mhm,
handle the check exception.
yeah,
Otherwise, you give the red line.
yeah. No, in the exception means in the Spring Boot application, I have used
So
the custom.
how do you make a custom exception? Suppose I will
Okay.
tell you write
Yeah.
a class for the custom exception. So how do you write?
First of all, I'll create a custom exception. How I'll create. I'll declare a package means a name called exception.
Hmm.
Inside that class, suppose I don't find a particular resource, so
Hmm.
that I'll create
No, just
a
you
for that
write the
class.
simple class. You write the simple class.
Yeah.
Just I will ask you programmatical question to you. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. I am asking simple question to you.
Yeah.
But if you are not give the answer, so we cannot do anything. So how do you write the custom? Just you write from line number 8.
Okay.
After line number 8. You give the
Af-
any name.
After line number 8.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You make a class.
Okay.
Public cannot be used in the same console. Only can use without public. No, I am not asking runtime.
Okay. No,
This is
actually, I've used.
this is this is you have written correct. Parenthesis you have written. This is correct class name. Extend class name.
Which one? This one?
Parenthesis you have written.
Yeah, yeah.
So inside the class we can write if you extend any class, so we can make it is a constructor type class.
No, no, no. This one. This one you're talking about. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Please write.
here we have to use the serialization means public serial. I didn't remember one.
Okay,
Yet.
that is leave it, not a problem. So suppose this is your class, exception class. You can make it as another class, as a journal class.
Mm,
Here you write a display method. You simple class you can write.
okay. Uh,
You can
what?
write simple class, another class.
Okay.
Write any between after 20 or you after 9, anywhere you can write one more class. So you give the name any class, employee. Okay. Here you can write a display method throws resource not found exception.
Display method.
Hmm. You can write display method. So how do you handle this resource not found exception in this employee class? Suppose I want to implement resource not
Yeah.
found exception in
Yeah.
employee class. So how do you write? How do you define? How do you declare? So throws it will be work.
Yeah, it will work.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, here you write system out.println any message you can print, any message,
Mm,
message anything you can put.
mm,
Hmm. You call this employee class in main class.
hello.
How can create? You create the object of employee class.
Yeah.
Yeah, please create
Yeah.
and call display method. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I am not asking test class. You create the object of employee class.
Okay. Okay. Object of employee class into the main class.
Yeah, in main class, main method, inside the main method.
Uh,
Hmm. You call display method. So how do you just you write a custom input text box in right side A and compile and execute.
Year
Hmm. And
A.
and click on compile and execute. What you get?
Yeah, this is the one that public serial. I didn't remember this one. That's why it is giving error.
Where you have written? You remove this public serialize. By default, it will take care, not a problem. You remove this serialize. Right now you compile.
Syntax error is there.
Hmm.
This one, that class employee throws.
You can write in try catch.
This which one?
Employee object. You write the try, then you create employee object. No, here not. Main method,
Okay.
main method.
Here. Hello.
Yes. How to write try catch? So how to handle this? This is the this is this is the compile check deception. So how to
Yeah.
handle it? Write the catch. Hmm. You have written the wrong place. You remove one curly braces, line number at 11 and put in the below line number 14.
14 is already there.
No, no, no. You write
Okay, so for that
one
means
more curly braces. Yes. Now you compile. Compile.
yeah, I've compiled.
So why it is giving error?
Just a minute. Yeah.
You written wrong out.
Error expected to con. This is telling that
No, no,
120.
no. You write system dot out is not correct. You written OU.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Why giving this error? That's why I was asking this is your correct syntax or incorrect syntax of writing the assertion this employee class.
Yeah, actually, correct syntax it is means for the exception I've used like this only in application development part. I created a resource not full exception
Can be used
and
throws keyword against the class.
which keyword?
Throws keyword.
Source keyword.
Throws. Throws keyword.
Throws keyword. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, throws keyword I've used.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So you know about the design pattern.
Yeah.
So which design pattern are you following right now?
Um, Currently I am following singleton design pattern
Hmm.
and yeah, singleton design pattern I am following. Yeah, and
So in Spring Boot, singleton design pattern is thread shape or not?
in Spring Boot.
In Spring Boot, singleton design pattern is thread shape or not?
Uh, Thread safe. In Spring Boot. Actually, singleton design pattern. It basically it called has a it we have a single instance of a particular class.
Hmm.
So that's called as a singleton design pattern. And in Spring Boot, uh, it is thread safe.
Thread shape. How do you write REST API?
REST APIs.
Hmm.
REST APIs means we have to create a particular get method and post method for that.
REST API, I am telling about the REST API. How you write in Spring Boot for making the REST API? What necessary annotation is required? What are
At the rate request mapping is required, then at the rate controller is required, then at the rate get mapping is required. If you are getting the something find all, if we want the list of a particular class, then if I want a particular only ID, then we can use the find by ID is there. Then if I want to create a particular means I want to add a particular name into that class list into that, so we can use the create means post mapping we can use for that.
so what is difference between get and post method?
Basically, get method is used to get the list of all data. Means suppose I have a particular employee class and in that there is a list. So for that I use the get method, and post method is that I want to create a particular data. Means I want to create a suppose I want to create a new thing. For that I use the post method, post mapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any other differences?
For what?
Any other differences?
For the get and post.
Uh,
Yeah, it is means for this one, and yeah, this is the one.
what differences?
major one. This means get is used to retrieve all the information of
But
a particular.
we can delete the data through the get method. So here
Yeah,
operation is performing for crude also.
yeah.
So I think no major differences in get and post.
No, get
Everything
basically.
everything can we do through the get. Resource can we create
Yeah.
and retrieve can we do and delete can we do, update can we do, everything can we do through the get method.
From get method. No, I have not done that. I have not tried that, but I'm not sure it is done.
You can try, you will get the answer.
Yeah, because for the delete part, I've used the delete mapping. At the delete mapping annotation is there.
Yeah, if you are using delete, that is okay, it is good
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But you can do through the get method also.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'll try. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I have completed your interview. You want to ask anything else?
Can you let me know what would be the project? Brief me about the project. What?
I think Volcus Wagon have maybe internal project, maybe. So I am not sure because of this could be explained by the HR person only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
सारे तो इतने सारे 10 साल को राजनीति करी, इन्हें कह रहा हो मोदी के नाम पर जीत गई है। रात भरा गदर काटे आई तो मारो आँखी माँ तो इन्हें रपट आई थी निकली अब इन सारे मारो तो फिर हो गो पर के ना वो हम पावत थे यो ऊधम काटे ओ मार साहब गदर काटे अब फिर यो एक पकड़ के लाम पराम फिर चल दे फिर उलन लगे फिर पर आओ पर रहो फिर रोवन लगो आने लल्ला चुपा जाओ ओ हम जाई रे परे आँखी नीची ना झाड़ दे मारो आँखी मिला उल्टो हाथ मारो यहाँ कोई मार दो लपटाई भी निकली आई आँखी कब ये डंडा मारो तो सारे ज्यादा ना डंडल जब डरवाओ तब आओ चुप करो तो वो आज सारा रात रोज जगर रो सवेरे कोई नहीं जो सो जाते तो राव करती कर ले अभी वहाँ रहो है पता क्या उन्हें कराओ को वही की मेमोरी उल्ट पुल्ट चल रही है हमें लगा ना ही राव ठीक हुई है ये बात तो तुम्हें सही है हाँ हाँ सारे गुलन ने कितना का चाहिए तो कटोरिया लेके उठा लो ये आए कर उल्टो मोबाइल न मिले तो फटको जाए।
वो बदमाश हुआ है बिटियाना।
वो आए तो वो का कर तो अपन काम कर ले तो फिर एक का फिर चालू हो जाते मारपीट। ये उर्दू